Hey, my reactors, how y'all doing today? So we on chapter 32, and it say, you're right, it's not fur faucet, it's fur cotton. Fur. Fur had some piss as she drove down the street on her way to the Lucky 7 convenience store. She could hear something knocking around under her hood and prayed it wouldn't break down on her before she made it home. That's all I need is something to go wrong with my fucking car. Getting money from Randy and trying to hide where she lived was more trouble than it was worth. The moment she stepped out the car, her body trembled when she saw Juice pulled up in a new black Range Rover. His music wasn't too loud, but she could hear the old classic song Tender Love spinning from the speakers. Before she walked in the store, he rolled the windows down and said, I know that's not Farrah Fawcett over there. A nigga like me don't have that kind of luck. Juice was right on point because when Farrah was born, she was so red that Usher, who was a fan of Farrah Fawcett when Charlie Angels gave her a version of the actress' name. It didn't matter that the show has been on all for years when she came into the world. You're right, it's not Farrah Fawcett, it's Farrah Carter, she smiled, walking up to the truck. What, Randy, will send you to check up on me? Nah, I'm just coming by to buy a pack of blunts. He looked at her through his expensive shades and wiped his goatee. His diamond watch flashed and he saw the twinkle in her eye. But you did say Cotton, right? Because that name sounds familiar. Your father's name Usher? He pointed. She glared. Yes, how you know him? He chuckled. Your last name rang bells. My father used to run with him, but wasn't real close. I remember all the stories he used to tell me about Usher being a hothead. He murdered that family at the bus stop. You disrespecting my daddy now. Never that. Just giving you a little history on your peoples. So, where you going for her? And can I take you there? She was preparing to answer when a girl came from behind and bumped her horn so hard. No, she was about to answer when a girl came from behind and bumped her so hard she knocked her into Juice's truck. He quickly got out to examine the damage. Damn, shorty, you moving a little too quick, don't you think? The black paint on his new ride was chipped. Now you fucked up my shit. I'm sorry, she said. First stood up straight and looked at who hit her. The moment she turned around, Nova slapped her so hard in the face she hit the ground. That's for coconut, bitch, and for telling lies on Shannon, too. First snapped and was all over her in a second flat. She managed to get Nova on the ground as she continued banging her head into the concrete. Tears fell out of her eyes and her stomach began to thump as she went back to that day on the bleachers. But when her skin started itching, she knew a breakout was coming, and it was this bitch's fault. Why did she even step to her? For all Fur knew, she and Coconut weren't even that close. Please stop, Nova screamed, trying to kick Fur off. It didn't work because Fur was on her body like a tick. That's the point, bitch. You're going to remember this shit the next time you look in the mirror. You can tell Coconut I'm coming for her next at Shannon City. When the girl looked as if she were delirious, Fur stood up and popped open her trunk. When Juice saw this, he thought things were about to escalate to murder. What you about to do now, Mom? You know everybody watching this shit, right? Fur was zoned out and flipped out and angry at the world. She was tired of people trying her, and she was tired of Randy, her roommates, and her siblings. When Juice saw cops coming, he approached Fur. You better go, he said, as police sirens sounded in the background. She didn't move right away, and instead she felt a warm sensation on her legs. Then people coming. You better get the hell out of here. Fur slowly backed away from Nova, closed her trunk, and hopped into her car. It wasn't until she sat in the seat that she realized she pissed on herself. There was nothing she could do about it at that moment, so she left the scene. Fur's skin was inflamed as she parked at her building, and she could tell she was on the verge of an outbreak. For the moment, all she wanted to do was go upstairs, take off her pissy clothes, and do something to make her feel better. The moment she got out the elevator and walked towards her apartment, someone said, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" Slowly, she turned around and saw Slade, but she reeked a dry yawn, and she was afraid that he saw her murder. And she was afraid that he saw her murder. He knows now he's going to fucking blackmail me or something. She walked closer and she looked at him before taking a few steps. All her life she wanted a man of her own, and now that he was standing before her, she couldn't open her mouth. I never got a chance to apologize for what happened at your place. He frowned and she couldn't figure out if he liked her. It was fucked up how my kid brother disrespected your people. We from down south and we normally don't get down like that. He rubbed his bald head. I just wanted to tell you that. Fern nodded but remained silent. Okay, I'm not going to keep you. I guess I'll see you later. Although she felt better because he didn't say anything about saying a murder, she wished she could tell him how she felt about him. But in her current condition, now was not the time. She stank and needed to change. She didn't move later. Since she didn't say shit, he turned around and walked away, leaving her standing in the hallway. Slowly, she walked towards her apartment and tried to gain the courage to talk to him from afar. Maybe say something cute like Lisa or Coconut would. Can I have your name? She heard him ask. She kept walking. If he got up on her and smelled her pussy clothes, she probably would faint. My name is Slade, he offered. In case she wanted to go grab something to eat, she kept walking. You know what? Forget I ever said shit to you. This song was heavy with annoyance. Every time I try to talk to you, you act like I'm bothering you or something. No, you're not bothering me. She quickly turned around, but he was gone. I'm so fucking stupid, she said to herself. Why didn't I open my fucking mouth? Needing her medicine even more, she quickly entered her apartment, and nobody was home. Once in her room, she rushed to the place. She kept her cool. When she opened the closet, she knew immediately something was off. Her skin started itching again, and before she knew it, she felt nauseated. Rushing to the bathroom, she threw up the eggs and cheese burrito that she ate earlier from McDonald's that day. Chloe had been in her room and had taken all her shit. It was settled. Tonight, she wanted her gone. And that's the end of chapter 32, and I will be back Monday for chapter 33, and it states I just need to get some more stuff with my sister. That's all, Chloe. Matter of fact, that's a short chapter. I'm going to go ahead and read that. That's chapter 33. So I start Monday off with chapter 34. Chapter 33. I just needed to get more stuff for my sister. That's all, Chloe. Chloe and Audio were sitting on the sofa in Marky's house. He just got the news that a body-fitting Knox description was found in the woods in D.C., not too far from where they were. She gonna be so mad at me, she said, trying not to get too upset. Although she wasn't as bad as her, any surge of emotion could cause an outbreak and push the disease into the accurate stage. She gonna kill me, Audio, I just know it. She cried in his arms as he rubbed her back. Ever since they got together, they were hard to separate. What you do? Her vulnerability turned on him. She ain't gonna put her hands on you again. I know that much. I don't care what y'all beefing about. Together for only days, he had already assumed the protector role. It's not even like that, baby. I took something that didn't belong to me. Something she feels like she really needs. I didn't want her to have it because my grandmother told me to throw it away. Now I'm thinking it was a bad idea. I take shit from my brothers all the time, so the fuck what? But this different. Chloe knew she was wrong for telling him how far it hit her the other day, but she needed somebody in her corner, and Audio was there. You gotta tell me more than that, Chloe. It's like you talking around in circles and shit. You wouldn't understand. Then what you want me to do? He yelled. You over here crying and shit, and I'm trying to talk to you. I want to help, but if I don't know what the fuck is up, then what you want me to do? I'm already dealing with my brothers being gone. Now you over here adding to my load. I'm about ready to say fuck all this shit and murder a nigga. He got up off the couch and walked towards the door. Wherever he went, he knew he couldn't stay long. Since it was his turn to wait for Knox call, and somebody needed to be at Marcus' crib at all times. Where are you going, Audio? She sobbed. Please don't leave. I'm sorry. Young and dumb, their emotions were on 10, and she feared if he left, he'd never come back. Audio was the first man she ever felt love for, even though things moved so quickly. She walked behind him, placed her arms around his waist, and rested her head on his back. I just need to get some more stuff for my sister, that's all. If I do that, we'll be good. He turned around and looked at her beautiful face. Okay, so how are we going to do that? I got a concert to do who helped her before. That's it. Okay, how much is going to cost? You didn't even have any cash and hope she didn't try to hit him up either. We don't need money for my plan. I just need you to help me bring him to my place. When he's there, you can leave the rest to me. So like I said, Monday, y'all, I will be back. The chapter's so small, but Monday I'll be back with 34 and probably 35. Because they ain't some short chapters. Okay, bye now, y'all.